Hey folks, this is Nick O'Malley and Kevin Dillon here once again. Hopefully the internet's working and we got all sorts of crazy lighting. We're all sorts of translucent and wonky internet, but we're here for another Madden preview for Patriots-Steelers. I'm the home team, so I'll be playing the Steelers. Kevin will be playing the Patriots, and we are prepping for this week's game. Kevin, what you got for this weekend?
Well, I think it's going to be a really fun matchup. I mean, it's a little bit of a downer because Ben Roethlisberger is not playing.
Yeah, and I have to play as Landry Jones.
You've got to play with Landry Jones, who's 66 overall in Madden, so that's a pretty tough break for the Steelers. But, you know, the Steelers are a team that have so many different skill position players. They've got one of the best running backs in the league, one of the best wide receivers in the league. They've got explosiveness everywhere. They've got Jesse James, which is one of my favorite names in the league. He's a tight end. He's doing a good job. So, I mean, the Steelers' offense is really good, and their defense is always one of the stronger ones in the league. So, the Steelers are an AFC championship contender, and they're going up against the Patriots this week. So, it'll be a fun game.
All right, let's get to the game. And there it is. All right, so looks like I'm receiving. We're going to do the coin flip. We're doing the quick presentation mode, which means that we cut out a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, we're not trying to bog things down here with too much of the extras for this game. But yeah, and I really actually wanted to start out talking a little bit about the Patriots special teams unit. The special teams unit this year, I mean, with the exception of Cyrus Jones taking the ball and like getting it back to like the 1 yard line, has been really good. I mean, guys like Brandon King have been awesome, and I mean, they've been just a really fast unit. I know Matt Slater was talking a lot about it yesterday. So,
what was that? Devin McCourty surprisingly good in run support, but yeah, it's a good observation that the Patriots they've done a decent amount in kick coverage because they've been kind of doing the money ball thing where finding inefficiency where a lot of teams are just booting it through the end zone. The Patriots are like, nah, we can get 10 yards of field position there if we just make them run it back on a crappy kick.
And I'd expect the Steelers to do a lot of this on Sunday. Just give the ball to Le'Veon Bell. They're not trying to make Landry Jones do too much with it. I mean, Landry Jones is a backup. Let's be honest here. He's not one of the. He's a
backup among backups.
Right.
Ooh, there was good coverage there by Pat Chung. I did not expect him to be there.
And
so that's kind of exactly what the Patriots want to do this weekend, where they're going to play Le'Veon Bell to carry the ball a lot, and then they're going to get in third down situations and hope that Landry Jones doesn't make plays. I mean, he could, but he's probably going to be in spots like that where he's got to try and check it down short, maybe make one of his playmakers make a play with the ball, and that time didn't work.
Yeah, and the Patriots defense has been really good against the run this year. I mean, the longest play that they've allowed as a defense was a 45-yard run to David Johnson. Other than that, I mean, they prevent the big play, they stop the run, they've got a good front seven, and a big part of that has been Dante Hightower, who was just named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, Hightower, he was dinged up early in the season, and now that he's back, the Patriots defense has been playing much better. Hopefully we can get Jamie Collins back there as well, too, in the backfield. Having both their starting linebackers would do a lot in trying to help those the running game. Brady!
The first pick of the season for the Patriots. Gronk with a huge tackle on Mitchell, but, you know, that was just not a great throw.
No, someone commented that it only counts if you simulate it. We're not trying to do a simulation. We're just trying to talk about the game. However, no one wants to see us goofballs on camera the entire time. So the game is just a reason for us to talk about the game. It's a scam, I'll admit it.
It really is. Oh, there's a screen pass. Sammy Coates has been explosive this year.
I keep trying to juke, and I juke right into the defender. I've done it like 3 times so far this game.
But Sammy Coates, he has 6 plays over 40 yards this season. He's been kind of their deep threat. And when you've got a guy like Antonio Brown where you have to put double coverage on him and just pray that he doesn't beat it, Sammy Coates kind of gets a lot of one-on-one matchups, and he can beat those.
Yeah, I mean, he's fast, he's big, he's physical. He's coming out of Auburn. He was a pretty raw receiver. But if you can get him in a spot where he's only running vertical routes, that's exactly what you want Sammy Coates to do. you have Antonio Brown. You don't need two Antonio Browns. So he's a very, in terms of what they had to give up in draft pick wise to get him, like he's a great compliment to Antonio Brown.
And you know, with a guy like Martavis Bryant being out, I mean, like he was supposed to be a big factor for the Steelers this season, and then he came out and they were kind of like, who's going to take that next step? I mean, you had a guy like Marcus Wheaton who'd been there for a couple of years, but Sammy Coates has done pretty well.
Yeah, Marcus Wheaton's he's developing the okay receiver. Darius Hayward-Bay's another fast guy that's just around. He's good at being fast. But Sammy Coates is just like, he's a big guy. He's physical, and he's the sort of power that Darius Hayward-Bay doesn't. So he has much more upside. Like Hayward-Bay showed last week that he still is the Jets when he ran that. He ran like an end around and went for like 60 yards. So he definitely wasn't worth the draft pick that the Raiders used on him. But he's a complimentary guy. What?
James
hit him in the shoulder pad, and then he slid backwards to catch it.
This is robbery right there.
Killing me, Jesse James. I couldn't get Ladarius Green to start. No. Take away all of Nick's good players, because it's something. Are you kidding me, Sammy Coates? Oh my god.
That's a pretty tough time for the Steelers, but you know, like, Landon Jones should have 2 touchdown passes right now.
Justin Haber completed it. It went off his hands. I hate everything.
Have to hold to a field goal. I mean, you know, more good red zone defense right there for the Patriots.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how they do it up.
I mean, they got that red zone stop at the 1-yard line last week. That was really impressive. And that's where you kind of saw a guy like Landon Roberts step up. He had a big tackle.
Yeah, Landon Roberts. Like when they picked him out of Houston, I didn't really know what to expect from him. Like, oh, an undersized linebacker would be good in coverage and quick. But nah, dude hits like a Mack truck, and it is fun to watch because not like everyone can be that sort of run fill. Like the Patriots have a lot of linebackers that do a lot of different things, but only so many can be. Ooh, that's a good run play to beat that blitz. I forget what I was gonna say, but dang, LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount with the halfback base right there. And one thing that we noticed is this is probably going to be a LeGarrette Blount game. James White, I mean, the Steelers have a lot of fast linebackers, so they've got guys like Ryan Shazier and Lawrence Timmons that can really do a good job in space. And so you'll probably see LeGarrette Blount attack one of the weaknesses of the Steelers, which is their defensive tackles.
Yeah, they run a 3-4, and they have some nose tackles that are just butt. I remember Daniel McCullers coming out of the draft. He was one of the few big guys, but man, you don't have as many pure nose tackles. Are hard to find in the league these days.
Oh, Brady got sacked.
And yeah, they're hard to find, and the Steelers have not succeeded in that treasure hunt.
Let's see. But yeah, so big third down here coming up for the Patriots. The Patriots have been really good on third down this season, even when they had Jimmy Garoppolo in the lineup.
Where is I'm looking for a particular play, and I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh wait, that'll do. Oh! Oh, it's going to be one of these games, huh?
Yep. That's a tough break right there. Chris Hogan had it in his hands and then just threw it right to Burns.
I don't think it got deflected to Hogan. Something weird happened on that play.
There was a lot going on. Tough break for the Patriots, though. That's why you got to play the tip drill. And that's 2 picks for Brady now. One thing that we didn't mention was that the Patriots have not thrown an interception yet this season. I think they have 1 fumble turnover, but that's it. So they've been doing a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've had some strip sacks and some sort of stuff you'd expect, but yeah. Turnover margins. Oh. Yeah, thanks for stopping the clock for me, man.
I thought I was going to have a big blitz.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do if you're the Patriots right there.
Just poor coaching. Who's controlling these Patriots?
Not Bill Belichick. Fake Bill Belichick in this game. Oh, he caught it. I did not expect him to actually catch that. That's how things
Look
go.
at fake Bill Belichick. He is getting that team fired up.
What play am I running? I think this one. Oh crap! I shouldn't have thrown that.
There's Dante Hightower coming up, just like we said. One thing to note: Dante Hightower has actually never had an interception.
And real what?
Yeah. I looked through. No interceptions.
That's real weird.
He's not bad in coverage though because he can get to the spot, he can make the tackles, but. Edelman with the catch, but barely had the catch there. Edelman, he's been one of those guys that he had kind of a big impact with the other quarterbacks in because they kind of had to do these short throws, but he hasn't necessarily had the big game with Brady yet.
No, he hasn't. It's been a weird. He had a quick start when Brady came back, but I think I'm getting the feeling that defense is probably keying Edelman. They're probably keying Gronk too, but Gronk's harder to stop. So I think the more the guys like Martellus Bennett and Chris Hogan start to emerge, defense will start to shift more towards them, and they'll start opening up things for Edelman and Gronk, or mostly Edelman. Trying for the jump ball.
Couldn't
quite get it.
6 foot. How tall is Gronk? 6 foot.
6'5".
6'5". Gronk on the fade is typically a pretty good option. But
I called the wrong play. Like I saw what play I wanted, and then I pressed the wrong button.
That's a tough time for Mike Tomlin, who has to use a timeout. One thing Mike Tomlin was talking about yesterday in his conference call was that the Steelers, they let everyone know that Roethlisberger was going to be out like early in the week. They were.
Oh, Chris Hogan killing me.
It's Chris Hogan, freak athlete. Make sure to read Kevin Dunphy's feature. The Steelers were not going to hide that Ben Roethlisberger was hurt. They were going to let everyone know early in the week. And he was talking about how the reason why they do that is because they're a transparent team. I'm not sure if that was a kind of a shot or a little dig at the Patriots, but I'm not sure that there's too much love between New England and Steelers.
I mean, D'Angelo Williams has talked a lot of smack about Belichick in the past. Like, he really does not like the Patriots. And most teams don't like the Patriots. It's hard to really say who's a rival with the Patriots and who isn't because everyone hates this team, but the Steelers are definitely up there because they have a long playoff history of making each other really mad and knocking each other out of the playoffs. Yeah, I'm going for it. What are you going to do about it?
I think Belichick was talking about plays like this having like a 20% success rate. Although
you have a 20% success rate.
Although Antonio Brown on Dante Hightower is probably not the matchup the Patriots wanted. And we haven't even really gotten into Antonio Brown yet. We'll talk a little bit more about him in the second half, but he's a lot of fun.
He is.
Man, you were driving the ball down the field.
Landry Jones.
Landry Jones is doing this thing.
Yeah, I'll try this one.
All right. The whole purpose of that play was to prevent anyone from getting to the sideline. And what do you know? They get to the sideline. Chris Smith is here. Hello, Chris Smith.
Hello. I'm going for this. I'm feeling good. I like how this offense is moving the ball.
This seems very Jack Del Rio of you.
You know what? Listen.
Fake Belichick is not the kind of coach that you want to test.
No, don't you dare. Oh, no. No, God, I thought he was going to return it. I thought he was going to return it.
He should have returned it.
Oh,
what a game. What a
my God.
We were in the second half. If you're just tuning in, you missed a wild first half. Jonas Meyer says Patriots heart. Really, that was a lot of heart right there by Devin McCourty to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Just tipped way
No
up.
heart by Jesse James. He had a catch in the end zone. How many balls am I going to hit my receivers in the hands with in the end zone that they're going to drop in this game? That's what I want to know.
This sounds exactly what's going to happen on Sunday. But here's Cyrus Jones. We kind of talked about him a little bit, but Cyrus Jones he was inactive last game. I mean, for a guy that he was a top draft pick this year. I guess, is he in the doghouse a little bit already, or?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he hasn't been super great this season. Something weird's going on with that number 3 cornerback position with the Patriots. Justin Coleman was inactive, and Jones was inactive, and Eric Rowe had a pretty good game, but I'm not sure what's going on at that spot for the Patriots. So we're gonna find out at some point. Man,
that was not the right button.
I thought we were finally gonna get a touchdown pass for the Steelers in this game, but no, it was not meant to be.
Really tough game for all the quarterbacks going around right now. I think theoretically, Landry Jones is outplaying Tom Brady right now. But we got a question here asking about Mike Tomlin. What are our thoughts on him? I think he's a good coach. I think
he's a very good coach.
I think he's done a great job of leading a Steelers team that's been it's constantly in flux. I mean, you see like there's a lot of consistency within the coaching staff, but then a lot of changes besides Ben Roethlisberger. The roster's kind of completely turned over on defense, and they've continued to be a good winning team. So. Good for him.
I mean, Tomlin and the Steelers have kind of done what Belichick and the Patriots have done. They've had one quarterback go the whole stretch, so it's been Tomlin and Roethlisberger. And they started out with Roethlisberger coming up as a young quarterback that was supported by a good defense. Now, pretty much everything else around that team's changed, and now they've built the team around Roethlisberger. So now it's an offensive-minded team that's built around just chucking it a lot because that's the best thing the team has going for them. And the defense, especially recently, hasn't been as good, but they're following that same kind of arc. Everything but the quarterback's changed because that's the best thing they have going. And they've sustained success, not to the extent that Belichick and the Patriots have, but they've continued to be good in the entirety of Tomlin's time there, and it's because of Roethlisberger.
Now here comes Tom Brady looking to prevent a 4th interception. You know, this is not really going the way the Patriots would have expected it. But as they're getting completely clocked. Only 8 passes. You've had the ball a lot.
Yeah. I do not expect this to be
representative of how the Patriots are.
No.
Oh my God! How did he catch that?
Because he had 3 steps on Gronk.
Gronk is way bigger than that guy, though. He should be able to catch that.
No point was Gronk open on that play. You know what? This is what could happen to the Patriots if Dante Hightower just blew that play up. Is if they get into struggles and Brady starts forcing that seam route to Gronk. It's where he's gotten in trouble before. I did the story. I was reading a feature on backup quarterbacks and Brady talking about Bill. Oh, I was reading a feature on Bill Belichick coaching, and he likes to remind Brady that he's not perfect. And one of the best quotes from it was how Brady threw an interception on a seam route in practice, and Belichick's like, "Oh, you have like 200-something career interceptions. I swear half of them are on that route." And Le'Veon Bell just danced in the backfield for no reason there. Yeah, I'm not punting. Punting is like the bunting of football.
It kind of rhymed too.
No, stop suggesting punts. This is garbage.
Now, one thing we haven't even talked much about is Antonio Brown. You haven't really even thrown the ball to him.
I thrown him a little bit, but I haven't been relying on him, no. But Landon Roberts was covering him with that play.
So that was a problem. I'm not really sure why the Patriots decided to have that happen, but it was not going to happen in real life. So it was a tough break for the Patriots right now. This is what happens when I finally have a chance to play with the Patriots. They do poorly. Oh God, I don't even know what's happening. Butler's a beast. Yeah, he is. But, you know, on that play, I had no idea.
You know, that's probably why I haven't been throwing to Antonio Brown as much, because, like, the Patriots have a good cornerback, and, like, they have good cornerbacks in Logan Ryan and Malcolm Butler. And so if I'm going to attack this team, it's going to be...
There's Malcolm Butler with the interception.
They sniffed the screen, and I just wanted Le'Veon Bell to go downfield, and he wouldn't. He just stood there and let Malcolm... I had nowhere to go with that ball. Patriots defense played that screen really... What is Le'Veon Bell doing on that play? He's driving me nuts. I hate this team. I'm like, oh, you're covered short. Hey, Le'Veon Bell, what should you do? Oh, you should probably go downfield.
Nick and I are having a frustrating day in Madden. We're going to try going no huddle, see if we can speed things up here a little bit.
See if I can get some more passes to go off my receiver's hands in the end zone. I'm not bitter. What?
And the Patriots, they're a good clutch team late. I mean, like, I would expect to see... I would expect to not get sacked over and over again. But, you know, Patriots' offensive line has been really good this year. And Arthur Moats is ruining them right now.
The immortal Arthur Moats.
The immortal Arthur Moats. And, you know, I guess one part of that might be Cameron Hayward on the outside. He's doing a good job at defensive end. They've got some good defensive ends in the Steelers, and Hayward's one of them. And we could see them have a big impact against the Patriots. There's the seam route. He finally gets it. Didn't throw an interception. This is a happy day. Now, the Patriots, they've got so many different skill position players. Martellus Bennett, we've talked about him a little bit. He's up to a 90 in this game right now. And, you know, I think people knew that he was going to have an impact in the Patriots offense, but I don't know that they knew that he was going to have this big an impact in the Patriots.
Oh, my God. Killing me.
Oh,
I thought that was going to be another tip pick.
What is with all these tips? So yeah, the Patriots have got this game coming up next, and then they've got the Bills the week after that. The Bills, we're going to talk about that when we do that Madden simulation, but I guess that's going to be a really important game.
Yeah, and you know, Patriots are going to be kind of mad or looking for revenge. Oh, whoa, what was that pass?
I've got my hands in I got my face in my hands right now. It's not happy.
Facepalm.
Facepalm. He had the perfect wide open curl route right there. Doesn't even matter. And Danny Amendola somehow holds on to that one after every single other pass has been tipped way up in the air. So this is coming down to the wire here for everyone watching. We've got ourselves a 2-minute warning. Patriots is trying to tick down that clock a little bit, make sure that they don't give Landry Jones too much time with the game on the line, just like they did Andy Dalton last week.
Ooh, that was a gutsy call there.
With a halfback base. And let's see. Oh yeah, Heinz Field is another thing that they talked about a lot yesterday. How big of a factor do you think Heinz Field is?
It's a pretty crappy field. I don't think anyone should ever play there.
Not even the Steelers? Not even the, whoa.
Oh my God. That's the way this game is
That's
gone.
not how it can happen. That's gotta be overturned, right? Like, are they gonna challenge it? Can they?
Yeah, that'll be, it's probably gonna be booth review.
Overturned.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
That's not how I wanted this game to end.
That's not how it works. LeGarrette Blount is not gonna fumble that ball. Former Steeler, LeGarrette Blount.
Oh yeah, he was on the Steelers for like 12 minutes.
He became really good friends with Le'Veon Bell. And there's the timeout.
Became really good friends with my linebacking core on that play. Ooh.
We're getting some likes here. I think people are getting into this. They're wondering if the Patriots...
It's coming down. Can Tom Brady lead the Patriots to victory one more time against the Steelers in a hostile environment? Why did I cover... God, I
never cover Gronk.
Gronk single
There's
covered.
Gronk in the end zone for the touchdown. Tom Brady with his pre-snap adjustment, sending Rob Gronkowski into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I'm glad I didn't use all my timeouts because
Patriots
actually
defense has to
I'm
really step up.
I'm actually concerned about in Madden, like with 80 seconds and 2 timeouts, there's a concern of whether you score too quickly.
Mhm.
That's how it works in Madden. But you know, I have to score, so that's the main concern right now.
There's a holding. Bring it back. Patriots special teams too fast. That's exactly what we talked about.
Damn it, Xavier Brimble. That's a real player's name.
Remember Sergio Kindle?
Yeah, and he was gonna be good for the Ravens, but then he never played.
Landon Roberts coming in on the blitz did not work out so well.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell just got lit up, something fierce.
Le'Veon Bell's having a good game to get that touchdown, but a bad game because he got picked on that. Well, not picked, but he was there on the interception and he got lit up a couple times. And we haven't even talked about Jamie Collins that much. He wasn't there last game. Imagine how good the Patriots front seven could be with Jamie Collins in the lineup. Is that Cyrus Jones? Getting off the schneid. Just doing a great job.
Killing me.
This is a bit of turnover prone game.
Yeah.
Right? 4 turnovers per team. 1 quarterback by Landry Jones, that's expected. 1 quarterback by Tom Brady, that's not expected. Mike Tom wants to call his timeouts, but and we got a question about Gostkowski here. Would you expect Stephen Gostkowski to be an actual concern for the Patriots coming up? Or?
No.
No?
It'll be fine.
He'll be fine. I expect that as well. I mean, he's been one of the best kickers.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
That. But he's been one of the best kickers in the game for quite some time now. So
I love this Aaron Rodgers Deflategate storyline. So the thing with Deflategate is that Aaron Rodgers came out and said the Alexa ball is very inflated when Tom Brady likes him underinflated, and since the inflation regulations went down at the start of the 2015 season, Aaron Rodgers has been terrible.
Garrett Blunt gets
I play this game under protest. This is terrible.
And the Patriots are just going to kneel it out. They're not going to risk a loss here. But Chris Smith loves the story too.
I hate this game. This game is a terrible story.
Chris, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful game here.
I hate Madden forever. It's terrible.
And the Patriots are going to come away
Kneel
with
your ball.
this one.
Your garbage win.
So this one, what do we learn from this Madden game?
Landry Jones is inaccurate, so if you try to throw a slant route with him, he's going to overthrow and throw right to Cyrus Jones. Sammy Jones has hands of stone in the end zone. Who else dropped a pass? Jesse James dropped a touchdown pass. Le'Veon Bell will just sit behind Malcolm Butler, wait for him to pick off a pass. I'm not bitter, whatever. And this is not how this weekend's game is going to go at all, so we learned nothing today.
I guess I would not expect 4 interceptions from Tom Brady.
I actually lost count of how many total interceptions there were in this game.
There were 8, because there were no fumble recoveries because Garrett Blunt did not fumble.
Oh yeah, no. Can't have a break go Nick's way, no. Terrible.
And so the Patriots, they've only lost once when we've simulated these games, right?
Yeah, the Patriots have had a wonderful, what was that game where there was a preseason game where I threw a touchdown pass and Malcolm Butler broke it up in the end zone.
Antonio Brown had 4 receptions. I did not know that.
Combined 8 interceptions. You know, other than the 4 interceptions, Landry Jones had a good game. He tries to say with a straight face. Anyway.
Tom Brady did not have a great game either. Who knows? Maybe it's almost time to put Julian Edelman back at quarterback in Madden.
I mean, in good news, only 3 of Tom Brady's passes fell incomplete,
That's true.
or ended up in no one's hands. But,
the ball was just kind of getting tipped in the air. It was like throwing with one of those like deflated balloons.
Yeah, you should throw to open receivers, but then again, if you do that, they'll go off their hands and fall into someone else's hands. All right, I hate everything. Football's terrible. Thank you for watching. We'll have more Patriots coverage this weekend. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.